Good morning. All the way from my job site. Just holding it down, reading over some plans. But man, I said the coldest shit I've ever said to myself in my life, man. Like cold. Like, they talk about, how you treat other people, but damn, we don't really see how we treat ourselves, man. I said the coldest shit to myself yesterday. I was just kind of, in my head about shit. And I said, this is what I said to myself, bro. I said, you fucking loser. No woman will ever fucking love you, you fucking loser. You'll never get it right. I hate you. That's what I said to myself, bro. I'm like, that's what I said to myself, man. I was just so angry at myself, bro. I was so angry about, like a lot of times I self-sabotage myself and things like that. I was so angry at myself, man. I said the coldest shit I've ever said, man. And like, I started punching my steering wheel. Like, thank God I was just by myself, man. But I said the coldest fucking shit I've ever said to myself in my life, man. Like I said, you fucking loser. No woman will ever love you. You'll never be good enough. And I fucking hate you. I hate that you ruin everything. That's what I said to myself, man. I'm like, it gave me like inspiration, I guess, for to make this video. I mean, sometimes our biggest enemy is the person we're looking at in the mirror, and it's not the way we think. It's because man, we judge ourselves so harshly, bro. You might treat other people better than you treat yourself, and I have a bad habit of doing that. Like, I'll treat other people better than I treat myself. Like, I always say, man, I'm the kind of person that would starve to death for someone else. And I'm like, that's fucking terrible, And it's just like, it brings you back to be like, well, dude, how are you gonna help anybody, man, if you're not like addressing like the problems you have against yourself, man? Like, that negative self-talk was the worst I've ever been, man. I was doing pretty good for a while, but like, honestly, it was the coldest shit I ever said to myself, man. And I'm like, I pray to say, God, forgive me for, like, first time I really ever said that. I was like, God, forgive me how I'm treating myself. I've always asked God for forgiveness for me, like, treating other people like shit or whatever. I've never asked it for myself, though. And I was just like, man, it gave me a huge realization. Like, it brings me back, like, the beginning of the year, but I wanted saying to someone, I said, I don't even give a fuck about myself, and it just came out of nowhere. And I was just like, bro, it's probably true. I like, sometimes, we see everything on the surface, right? I do work out, I do my best to take care of myself. I come from a lot of mental damage, not using that as an excuse or anything, hurt people, right? People who are like broken themselves, they want other people. It's not even them, man. It's just they don't know how to deal with their own pain inside of them, right? But I sat and did the opposite. I'd take everything out myself. Like, everything's my fault. I fuck up. Everything's my fault. If anything goes wrong, it's me. It's my fault. I fucked up, and I've been like that for a long time. And like I said, dude, I've never said anything so cruel and cold to myself. It was so cold and cruel. I felt bad, man, because I was like, I would never tell that to another person. I would never talk to another person like that, man. Like, have I? I'm trying to think. Have I? Hopefully not. If I have, fuck, please forgive me. But I've said some cold shit to some people before, man. But like, yeah, it was the coldest thing I ever said. I said, I'll say it again, man. It messes me up that I said, you fucking loser. No woman will ever fucking love you. No woman will ever fucking love you. You're not good enough, and I fucking hate you. And I was just like, damn, man. It brought me back to like, dude, yeah, I got a little bit of work to do, man. I was watching this kind of video, and it was talking about, you gotta see God and all that, and like, you gotta show that you love God. How can you show you love God, bro, when you treat yourself the way you do, man? Like, you treat yourself the way you do, man. It's like an affront to God, bro. Like, it's like an affront to God. You got blessed with everything you got blessed with, man. Strength, stamina, looks, all that, and you treat yourself like that, like you're just like a fucking doormat. I was just like, man, it was just a huge realization for me to be like, man, we put a lot of emphasis on, like, hey, treating other people fairly and treating other people right, but we don't put any emphasis on treating ourselves right, man. Treating ourselves with that same love, kindness, And I'm just like, bro, it just gave me a huge realization. So if any of y'all are dealing with that, you know, and I speak from a point of me, I'm on the road, you know, like I'm not all the way there or anything. I never act like I'm like there, I have all the answers. I'm just like, hey, I just, you know, see what sticks and see what doesn't, you know, and I just kind of put that all on display. I guess the best way to put it, I put it on display, you know, at least give someone some kind of inspiration and be like, hey, bro, you could change if you want. You know, I'm not even the same person I was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. I used to be a very miserable like person, man. I used to be very miserable, very hateful, very spiteful, very jealous, very I used to be a very miserable person, man. And like, you know, over the years it's been shedding away, but I got one thing that it's like still there, man. It's just like a self-hatred or something. And you know, it comes from, you know, back in the day, man. You know, you never got that love that you deserved, you know, when you were younger. And then you internalize it, and you just like, you only see it as your fault. You're just like, man, that's my fault because I wasn't good enough, or I made mistakes, so it means I'm not good enough, you know. And that's not true, man. It's just people project like how they feel inside onto you, right? If they're broken, they're gonna project that onto you. A lot of people, you know, will project it on others, right? It's a huge problem, man, especially in family dynamics. It's a really bad problem, man. But yeah, that's just all I wanted to say about this video. Just wanted to share that. Like, this channel is just kind of like, it's just life in general, right? If you watch my videos or whatever, and the things I talk about, just, you know, it's all over, man. It's just about life in general, politics, love, spirituality, you know, just philosophy, I guess. But that's what this channel is about, and that's what that video is. It's just like, man, I know I'm not the only one who deals with that like inner self-hatred, and it's really just a projection of I guess, you know, broken people that tried to break you as well. You know, don't give up, and don't look at yourself like that. Don't ever look at yourself like that. Don't talk to yourself like that, man. And don't let people treat you like that either, man. Like, you don't do that. That's not cool. You're beautiful. You don't deserve to be treated like that. But that's all I want to say for this video. I hope y'all have a great day, and peace.